Master Closer, published by Nirvana. Imagine the crossroads. Picture yourself in a pivotal moment. It could be a high-stakes boardroom meeting where your career hangs in the balance. Or maybe it's a bustling marketplace where a seemingly insignificant haggle defines your confidence in your judgment. Perhaps it's a more intimate setting where emotional investment outweighs any monetary gain. Beyond winning or losing, negotiation, in these critical moments, becomes a mirror reflecting our deepest fears, hopes, and the very essence of our character. It's not just about securing the best deal. It's about self-discovery. Why do some thrive? Have you ever wondered why some individuals effortlessly navigate these situations, turning every encounter into a growth opportunity? They seem to dance on the waves of negotiation, while others get swept away by misunderstandings. The introspection spark. This introspection is the first step on a transformative journey. We'll delve beyond the surface of tactics and strategies, exploring the profound depths where self-development, spirituality, and the art of negotiation intertwine. Negotiations impact. Consider negotiations that shaped your life. Recall times you felt powerless or misunderstood, or moments of triumph where you secured an improbable outcome. What unseen forces guided these experiences? Was it pure technique, or was there something deeper at play, a reflection of your inner state, your connection to a greater purpose? Your path to mastery. This audiobook isn't just about better deals. It's a beacon to illuminate the path towards becoming a master negotiator. This title signifies understanding, empathy, and the ability to forge connections that transcend the transactional. A journey of transformation. We'll embark on a voyage that explores not only the tactical aspects of negotiation, but also the transformational potential within its practice. We'll navigate the foundational elements, starting with understanding your unique negotiation style and the psychology behind your interactions. Building bridges, not walls. We'll delve into strategies for building rapport and trust, explore effective communication techniques, and uncover the spiritual dimensions that elevate your negotiation practice.
Graceful Navigation.
You'll learn to overcome obstacles with grace, employ advanced tactics for mutual benefit, and apply these skills in real-world scenarios, from business deals to personal relationships. The Master Negotiator Mindset. Our journey culminates in fostering the Master Negotiator's mindset, where resilience, adaptability, and ethical considerations become second nature. You'll navigate life's negotiations with integrity and power. Wisdom, not just knowledge. Remember, this isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's about fostering wisdom. The wisdom to know when to stand firm and when to yield, the insight to see beyond the immediate to the potential for growth and connection, and the courage to engage with the world from a place of deep authenticity. Welcome to the transformation. Welcome to the journey of becoming a master negotiator, where every interaction becomes a stepping stone towards realizing your fullest potential, not just as a negotiator, but as a human being fully engaged in the rich tapestry of life. Here we dive deep into the core of negotiation, the complex interplay of personalities. We'll explore different negotiation styles, their underlying psychological tendencies, and the crucial first step of self-assessment. Unveiling your negotiation style. A journey to mastery. The bedrock of success. They say all successful negotiation strategies are built upon a solid foundation. This foundation isn't a set of techniques, but rather a deep understanding of yourself. It requires a self-aware journey into your own psyche, confronting and embracing the multifaceted nature of your personal approach to negotiation. Why self-discovery matters. This exploration is vital because it shapes not only how you perceive and engage in negotiations, but also how others perceive you. Imagine your negotiation style as a unique lens through which you view the entire process. It influences everything from your preparation to how you react to the ebb and flow of the negotiation itself. The spectrum of styles. Are you the competitive negotiator, always aiming for victory and treating the negotiation as a battleground where only the strongest survive? Perhaps you're the accommodating negotiator, valuing relationships above outcomes, sometimes at the expense of your own interests. Maybe you find yourself as the compromising negotiator, seeking an okay solution for both sides, but potentially leaving value on the table. Collaboration and avoidance. There's also the collaborative negotiator, who sees negotiation as problem-solving, a chance to explore needs and interests to unearth creative solutions that benefit everyone. Finally, there's the avoiding negotiator, who shies away from confrontation, perceiving negotiation as inherently conflictual and something to be evaded. Strengths and weaknesses. Each of these styles has inherent strengths and weaknesses. The competitive negotiator might secure great deals, but risk burning bridges. The accommodator might foster goodwill, but get undervalued. Adaptability is key. The journey towards becoming a master negotiator starts with a conscious decision to not just understand, but to expand your negotiation style. Recognize the situational effectiveness of each style and the importance of being flexible, adapting your approach to the specific dynamics at play. Beyond mimicry. This adaptability isn't about losing your identity. It's about enhancing your ability to connect, engage, and achieve outcomes that reflect your goals while respecting the needs of those across the table. Learning from every interaction. As you embark on this self-discovery journey, approach negotiations with a growth mindset. Reflect on past experiences, not just outcomes, but the process. Did your style influence the negotiation dynamics? Could a different approach have yielded better results? How did your counterpart's style interact with yours? Seek feedback and practice. This introspection doesn't have to be a solitary journey. Seek feedback from peers, mentors, or even past negotiation partners. Their insights can highlight your strengths and areas for improvement. Role-playing exercises and simulations allow you to experiment with different styles and build confidence in adapting. A lifelong pursuit. Understanding your negotiation style is the first step towards mastery. It's an invitation to continuous learning, self-reflection, and adaptation. By embracing the full spectrum of styles, you open yourself to a world of possibilities. Every negotiation becomes an opportunity not just to achieve your goals, but also to deepen your understanding of yourself and others. The art of psychology. The ultimate goal isn't to confine yourself to a single style, but to develop the fluidity and versatility to navigate the complex and ever-changing landscape of negotiation with grace, effectiveness, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Delving deeper. The psychology of negotiation. Understanding the psychology behind negotiation offers a profound grasp of the human elements that underpin every scenario. It's an exploration into the motivations, fears, perceptions, and cognitive biases that shape the behavior of negotiators on both sides of the table. Beyond theory, towards practical application. This deep dive isn't just academic. It's a practical tool. It empowers you to navigate the complex emotional and psychological landscape of negotiation with greater empathy, clarity, and effectiveness. Perception is key. Central to the psychology of negotiation is the concept of perception. How we perceive ourselves, our counterpart, and the situation critically influences our approach. Often, these perceptions are colored by biases and preconceived notions that can distort our understanding and decision-making. Managing emotions for success. Emotions also play a pivotal role. Fear, anger, excitement, and confidence can dramatically influence the course of a negotiation. The key lies in emotional intelligence, the capacity to be aware of, control, and express your emotions while handling interpersonal relationships effectively and empathetically. The psychological landscape of negotiation. We explored the importance of emotional intelligence in successful negotiation. By managing your own emotions and recognizing those of others, you create a space for open dialogue and mutual understanding, building trust and rapport. The cornerstones. Trust and rapport are the bedrock of effective negotiation. Building and maintaining trust requires genuine understanding and consideration of the other party's needs and interests. Demonstrate integrity, reliability, and a commitment to fairness. Rapport goes beyond. Rapport goes a step further, establishing a connection that transcends the transactional nature of the negotiation. It fosters a sense of mutual respect and likability. This emotional connection significantly impacts the outcome. When parties feel understood and valued, they're more likely to make concessions and seek mutually beneficial solutions. Scarcity, a powerful, double-edged sword. Another psychological aspect is the principle of scarcity and its influence on perceived value. The idea that something becomes more desirable when it appears limited in supply can be a powerful motivator. However, use this principle with caution and ethical consideration. Exploiting perceived scarcity can lead to manipulation and a breakdown in trust. Mindset matters. The psychology behind negotiation underscores the importance of mindset. A growth mindset, believing abilities can be developed, encourages resilience, openness to learning, and a focus on mutual gain. Conversely, a fixed mindset limits your capacity for adaptation and innovation. The power of understanding. Understanding the psychological underpinnings of negotiation equips you with the insights needed to navigate its complexities with greater finesse. It challenges you to look beyond the surface, recognizing the human emotions, perceptions, and cognitive processes at play. By applying these insights, you can communicate effectively, build meaningful connections, foster outcomes that resonate with the deeper needs and aspirations of all parties involved. This knowledge not only enhances your negotiation prowess, but also enriches your journey towards becoming a master negotiator, equipped to handle challenges with empathy, insight, and integrity. Strategies for successful negotiations. Building rapport and trust. Building rapport and trust stands as a cornerstone in the edifice of successful negotiation. It transcends the mere exchange of concessions, touching the very essence of human connection. The art of rapport. Building bridges. The art of building rapport involves creating a sense of mutual respect and understanding, a bridge that connects two individuals not just as negotiators, but as human beings with shared aspirations, fears, and vulnerabilities. Trust. The foundation. Trust, the foundation upon which rapport rests, is cultivated through consistently demonstrating integrity, being honest and ethical in your actions and words. Reliability, following through on commitments and keeping your word. Genuine concern, showing a sincere interest in the other party's well-being and success. These elements forge a powerful alliance that can transform adversarial interactions into collaborative partnerships. Active listening, the cornerstone of rapport. The journey to building rapport begins with the simple yet profound act of listening. Active listening, characterized by an attentive and engaged presence, signals respect and interest in the other person's perspective. It goes beyond hearing words. It's about understanding the underlying emotions, intentions, and needs company conveyed. The power of empathy. Empathy plays a pivotal role in rapport building. It's the ability to put yourself in the other's shoes, to see the world from their perspective without judgment. Empathy fosters a deeper understanding of their position, concerns, and motivations. This enables you to address issues in a way that resonates with their core interests and values. Collaborative atmosphere. The key to success. Empathetic engagement not only illuminates common ground but also diffuses tension and creates a collaborative atmosphere conducive to finding mutually beneficial solutions. This deeper understanding of the psychology behind negotiation equips you with the tools to build rapport, trust, and, ultimately, achieve success at the negotiation table. Building rapport and trust, the foundation of successful negotiation.
Deepening rapport.
Genuine curiosity and interest. The expression of genuine interest and curiosity about the other person further deepens rapport. Asking thoughtful questions, seeking clarification, and showing a willingness to learn about their background, interests, and objectives demonstrates a commitment to understanding and collaboration. This genuine interest fosters a positive emotional connection, making it easier to navigate the inevitable challenges and setbacks that arise during negotiation. Building trust. Consistency is key. Consistency and reliability in words and actions build trust over time. Trust isn't built on a single gesture. It's accumulated through repeated demonstrations of integrity and dependability. Keeping promises, maintaining confidentiality, and adhering to agreed principles and standards are critical in proving oneself as a trustworthy negotiator. This trust creates a secure framework within which negotiators can take risks, make concessions, and explore creative solutions without fear of exploitation or betrayal. Honesty, the bedrock of trust. Transparency and honesty are vital in cementing trust and rapport. While negotiation may involve strategic disclosures, a commitment to honesty in one's representations and intentions forms the bedrock of a sustainable negotiating relationship. Misrepresentations and deceit may provide short-term gains, but inevitably lead to distrust and conflict, undermining any potential for long-term collaboration and success. Beyond tactics, a reflection of character. Building rapport and trust is not merely a tactical maneuver, but a reflection of a negotiator's character and values. It requires patience, persistence, and a genuine commitment to mutual respect and understanding. The benefits of this approach extend far beyond the negotiation table, fostering relationships that are resilient, flexible, and capable of withstanding the pressures and complexities of the negotiating process. By prioritizing the building of rapport and trust, negotiators can transform the negotiation landscape, turning potential adversaries into partners in a shared journey towards mutually beneficial outcomes. This process not only enhances the effectiveness of negotiation strategies, but also contributes to a deeper sense of fulfillment and connection, embodying the true spirit of collaborative negotiation. Effective communication. The art of weaving understanding. Communication. Beyond information transfer. Effective communication stands as a pivotal component in the tapestry of negotiation, weaving together clarity, persuasion, and empathy to form a strong bond that facilitates mutual understanding and collaborative solutions. Mastering the art of communication is not merely about transmitting information. It's about ensuring that the intended message is received and understood as intended, bridging gaps in understanding and aligning perspectives. This skill set is indispensable for a negotiator as it enables the articulation of needs, desires, and concessions in a way that is both persuasive and respectful, fostering an atmosphere of trust and cooperation. Clarity. The foundation of understanding. The first hallmark of effective communication is clarity. In the realm of negotiation, the stakes are often high and the room for misunderstanding is vast. Clarity in conveying one's points, needs, and boundaries minimizes the risk of confusion and conflict. This involves not only the choice of words, but also the structure and delivery of the message. Simplifying complex ideas without diluting their essence, avoiding jargon and less shared references, and articulating thoughts in a coherent, concise manner are all facets of clarity that enhance the negotiation process. Active listening. Building rapport and understanding. Active listening, as mentioned earlier, is not just a tool for building rapport, but also a critical communication technique. It involves giving undivided attention to the speaker, absorbing not only the content, but also the emotions and intentions behind the words. This level of engagement facilitates deeper understanding and signals respect for the other party's perspective, laying a foundation for reciprocal communication. Reflecting back what has been heard for confirmation can also ensure alignment of understanding, preventing misinterpretations before they lead to disputes. The power of strategic questions. The power of questions in effective communication cannot be overstated. Strategic questioning serves multiple purposes. It elicits information, clarifies uncertainties, and encourages the other party to reflect on their positions and interests. Open-ended questions in particular can unlock valuable insights into the other party's needs and motivations, revealing pathways to compromise and collaboration that may not have been initially apparent. Furthermore, questions can guide the conversation strategically, steering it towards areas of mutual interest and away from contentious deadlocks. Nonverbal communication. Reading between the lines. Nonverbal communication also plays a critical role in negotiation. Body language, eye contact, facial expressions, and even silence convey messages that can complement or contradict spoken words. Being mindful of one's nonverbal cues as well as reading those of the negotiation partner can provide additional layers of understanding and intention. For instance, open body language can signal openness and willingness to collaborate, while maintaining eye contact can demonstrate sincerity and confidence in one's position. Mindfulness. More than just a technique. In the context of negotiation, mindfulness transcends mere technique, becoming a transformative approach that enhances cognitive flexibility, emotional regulation, and empathy, ultimately leading to more effective and harmonious outcomes. Self-awareness. The foundation of mindful negotiation. The application of mindfulness in negotiation starts with self-awareness. By cultivating an attentive awareness to one's internal states, negotiators can navigate their emotions and reactions with greater insight and control. Example: imagine a negotiator feeling pressured to accept a subpar offer due to an approaching deadline. Mindfulness allows them to recognize this pressure as a rising sense of urgency and anxiety. With this awareness, they can choose to take a mindful pause, breathe deeply, and regain composure before responding. This thoughtful response allows them to explore alternative solutions or request an extension, ultimately achieving a more favorable outcome. Mindfulness fosters calm and emotional intelligence. This heightened self-awareness prevents knee-jerk responses triggered by stress, fear, or aggression. It fosters an inner calm that can diffuse tension in negotiation settings, facilitating a more relaxed and open dialogue. Mindfulness also enhances emotional intelligence, a critical component for understanding and connecting with a counterpart. Example: a mindful negotiator picks up on nonverbal cues from their counterpart, such as furrowed brows or crossed arms, which signal potential disagreement or discomfort. By being present and attuned to these cues, the negotiator can inquire about the concern, address it directly, and bridge the gap in understanding. The benefits of mindfulness: patience, empathy, and creativity. Mindfulness practice cultivates patience and perseverance, virtues indispensable in complex or prolonged negotiations. The ability to maintain focus and composure even in the face of setbacks or provocations prevents hasty decisions or concessions. It encourages negotiators to approach the process as a journey where patience can lead to more thoughtful and creative solutions that satisfy the deeper interests of both parties. Example: imagine a negotiation for a large contract hits an impasse. A mindful negotiator avoids making concessions out of frustration. Instead, they use mindfulness techniques to maintain focus and explore the situation from different angles. This patient approach might reveal a hidden opportunity for collaboration, leading to a win-win outcome that neither party initially considered. Thinking beyond the obvious. The power of cognitive flexibility. Another critical benefit of mindfulness in negotiation is its ability to enhance cognitive flexibility, the capacity to think creatively and see beyond the immediate impasse to consider a range of possible solutions. This open-mindedness is crucial for identifying win-win outcomes where the interests of all parties are addressed and valued. Example: during a negotiation for a property sale, both parties seem stuck on price. A mindful negotiator practices cognitive flexibility by exploring alternative solutions beyond just the price tag. Perhaps a longer closing period or an agreement to cover some closing costs could bridge the gap and create a solution that benefits both buyer and seller. Integrating mindfulness into negotiation practice. Implementing mindfulness into negotiation requires deliberate practice. This might involve mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply the intentional practice of being fully present in each moment. The goal is not to eliminate all distractions or achieve a state of perfect calm, but to develop the ability to return to a state of centered awareness even in the midst of challenging negotiations. This practice can start small, with a few minutes of mindfulness each day, gradually building a habit that seamlessly integrates into the negotiation process. Embracing mindfulness. A journey of growth. Embracing mindfulness in negotiation offers a path to more than just better outcomes. It offers a journey towards personal growth and fulfillment. It teaches negotiators to approach each interaction with a sense of presence, openness, and compassion, qualities that enrich not only the negotiation process, but all aspects of human interaction. As negotiators cultivate mindfulness, they become not only more adept at achieving their objectives, but also more connected to their values, their counterparts, and the broader tapestry of life in which negotiation is but one thread. Intuition. The invisible guide. Intuition in negotiation serves as an invisible guide, a subtle yet powerful force that navigates through the layers of spoken words, numbers, and strategies to uncover deeper truths and opportunities. Often termed as gut feeling, intuition transcends the realm of rational analysis. It draws from a wellspring of accumulated experiences, emotions, and subconscious insights to inform decisions and actions in the nuanced landscape of negotiation. Where logic fails, intuition prevails. Where not all variables can be quantified or predicted, intuition becomes an invaluable asset, offering clarity amidst complexity and guiding negotiators towards more authentic and effective resolutions. The role of intuition is not to replace analytical thinking, but to complement it, forming a holistic approach that balances the logical with the instinctual. Revisited. Intuition, the power of vulnerability. The dance of vulnerability and trust. This vulnerability, when coupled with a solid foundation of trust and rapport, can lead to transformative negotiation outcomes. Intuition, when expressed authentically within a trusting environment, can reveal pathways to agreement that are aligned with the deepest interests and values of all parties involved. Example: imagine a negotiation between a long-term supplier and a manufacturer. The traditional pricing model no longer serves either party's best interests. Through open communication and a history of collaboration, a trusting relationship has been established. The supplier, based on intuition, proposes a revenue-sharing model that benefits both parties if sales targets are exceeded. This unconventional approach, made vulnerable within the trusting environment, leads to a win-win outcome that traditional negotiation tactics might have missed. The synergy of mind and heart. Harnessing intuition in negotiation is about embracing the full spectrum of human intelligence, combining the power of the mind with the wisdom of the heart. It's a journey that challenges negotiators to trust themselves, to be present and connected, and to approach each negotiation not just as a problem to be solved, but as an opportunity to engage with others in a deeply meaningful way. Example: a negotiator for a nonprofit organization is struck by a sudden yet powerful intuition during a critical fundraising meeting. While the data suggests a traditional presentation is most effective, she feels compelled to share a personal story about a life impacted by the organization's work. This intuitive shift, rooted in empathy and a desire for genuine connection, resonates deeply with the donors, exceeding all fundraising goals. Overcoming negotiation challenges. The art of deafness. Understanding difficult personalities. Empathy is key. Negotiation often brings individuals into contact with a wide array of personalities, including those deemed difficult or challenging. Dealing with difficult people in a negotiation context requires a blend of empathy, strategic communication, and resilience. It's a test of one's ability to maintain composure, perspective, and focus on the ultimate goal of reaching a mutually beneficial agreement, even when faced with behaviors that are confrontational, obstructive, or otherwise counterproductive. The power of empathy. Looking beyond the surface. The first step in dealing with difficult negotiators is to understand the underlying reasons for their behavior. Often, what appears as difficult or obstructive is rooted in fear, insecurity, or unmet needs. By adopting an empathetic approach, negotiators can look beyond the surface behaviors to identify the core issues at play. This understanding not only humanizes the counterpart, but also provides valuable insights into potential strategies for addressing their concerns and motivations. Example: a negotiator is faced with a highly aggressive counterpart who constantly interrupts and attempts to dominate the conversation. Recognizing this behavior might stem from insecurity or a need to be in control, the negotiator adopts a calm and respectful demeanor. By actively listening and acknowledging the other party's perspective, they are able to de-escalate the situation and create space for a more productive dialogue. Strategic communication. Tools for collaboration. Effective communication is paramount when interacting with challenging personalities. This includes actively listening to understand their perspective, expressing one's views clearly and assertively without aggression, and using language that focuses on interests and solutions rather than blame or criticism. Techniques such as reframing negative statements into positive inquiries or highlighting common goals can shift the conversation from confrontation to collaboration. Example: imagine a negotiation for a marketing campaign where the client keeps making unreasonable demands and criticizing every suggestion. The negotiator reframes the client's negativity by asking clarifying questions to understand their underlying concerns. By focusing on shared goals, a successful marketing campaign, and proposing alternative solutions that address those concerns, the negotiator is able to navigate the challenging dynamic and reach a mutually agreeable outcome. Setting boundaries. Protecting yourself and the negotiation. Establishing boundaries is also critical when dealing with difficult people. These boundaries should be set respectfully and firmly, delineating what behaviors are unacceptable, the consequences of continuing those behaviors, and the negotiator's own limitations. Boundaries not only protect the negotiator's interests and well-being, but also signal to the difficult party that their tactics are ineffective, encouraging them to adopt a more constructive approach. Example: a negotiator refuses to engage in a personal attack launched by their difficult counterpart. They calmly but firmly state that the discussion will focus on the negotiation at hand and that any further personal attacks will result in a pause in the conversation. This clear boundary protects the negotiator from emotional manipulation and keeps the focus on reaching an agreement. Thinking beyond the impasse. Techniques for creative problem solving. This involves thinking beyond conventional solutions to explore a broader range of options that might satisfy the needs of all parties. Techniques such as brainstorming, mind mapping, or even role reversal can stimulate creative thinking, revealing innovative solutions that accommodate diverse interests. Example: imagine a negotiation between a landlord and a tenant regarding a rent increase. Traditional solutions might involve a simple increase or decrease in rent. However, through brainstorming, the parties explore alternative solutions such as a longer lease term in exchange for a smaller rent increase, or the tenant taking on minor maintenance tasks in exchange for keeping the rent the same. These creative solutions address the core needs of both parties, leading to a win-win outcome. Separating the people from the problem. Maintaining a collaborative atmosphere. Another crucial strategy is the principle of separating the people from the problem. By focusing on the issue at hand rather than personalizing the conflict, negotiators can prevent the escalation of tensions and maintain a collaborative atmosphere. This distinction helps to depersonalize the disagreement, allowing for a more objective and solution-focused discussion. Example: during a negotiation for a marketing campaign, the designer and the client clash over creative direction. The negotiator intervenes, reminding both parties that the goal is to create a successful campaign. By focusing on the problem, the campaign, rather than personalities, they can have a productive discussion about what elements will resonate with the target audience. Compromise and flexibility. The pathway to agreement. Effective negotiation also requires a willingness to make concessions and seek compromises that honor the core interests of all parties. This does not mean relinquishing one's own needs, but rather finding ways to adjust demands in a manner that opens up space for agreement. Flexibility and a genuine commitment to achieving a win-win outcome are key in this regard, signaling to the other party a readiness to work together towards a shared solution. Example: in a negotiation for a new software contract, the vendor is hesitant to offer the buyer's desired payment terms. The negotiator for the buyer acknowledges the vendor's concerns, but proposes a slightly extended payment term in exchange for a small discount on the overall purchase price. This compromise solution addresses the needs of both parties, allowing them to move forward with the agreement. Revisited. The art of persuasion, a cornerstone of effective negotiation. Building credibility. The foundation of persuasion. The art of persuasion is a cornerstone of effective negotiation, embodying the ability to influence others' thoughts and actions through reasoned argument, emotional appeal, and ethical strategies. Far from manipulative tactics, persuasive negotiation is rooted in understanding, respecting, and aligning with the interests and needs of all parties involved. It's a dance of communication and psychology where the negotiator guides the conversation towards mutually beneficial outcomes with subtlety, integrity, and insight. Persuasion begins with the establishment of credibility in the eyes of your counterpart. You must emerge as knowledgeable, reliable, and trustworthy. This credibility is built over time through consistent actions, expertise in your subject matter, and a clear demonstration of your commitment to fair and ethical negotiation practices. When parties trust your credibility, they are more likely to be open to your arguments and proposals. The power of emotional intelligence. Connecting and influencing. Understanding and leveraging the power of emotional intelligence is pivotal in persuasion. Humans are not purely rational beings. Emotions significantly influence our decisions and perceptions. A skilled negotiator recognizes this and crafts messages that resonate on an emotional level, connecting with the counterpart's values, fears, and aspirations. This connection can make the difference between resistance and acceptance, transforming mere interest into commitment. Example: a negotiator for a nonprofit organization, making a funding appeal, tailors their presentation to the donor's passion for education. By sharing stories of how their programs transform lives, they connect with the donor's emotional desire to make a positive impact, increasing the likelihood of a successful donation. The art of reciprocity. Building goodwill and collaboration. The principle of reciprocity also plays a crucial role in persuasion. People are naturally inclined to return favors and respond in kind to gestures of goodwill. In negotiation, offering something of value, be it information, concessions, or understanding, can prompt a reciprocal response, fostering a more collaborative and open negotiation atmosphere. This doesn't mean giving away your position, but rather finding ways to create value that encourages cooperative engagement. Example: during a contract negotiation, a negotiator shares relevant market data with their counterpart, demonstrating transparency and a willingness to collaborate. This gesture of goodwill is likely to be reciprocated, creating a more trusting environment for reaching a mutually agreeable outcome. The art of giving to gain. Preparation is key. It is essential to clearly define your objectives, understand your minimum acceptable outcomes, your bottom line, and identify areas where you are willing and able to make concessions. This preparation involves a thorough analysis of both your position and that of your negotiation counterpart. Discern not only the tangible aspects of the negotiation, price, delivery terms, etc., but also the underlying interests, values, and motivations driving each party. Giving to gain. The foundation of strategic concessions. Effective strategic concessions are based on the principle of reciprocity. When making a concession, it should ideally prompt a reciprocal gesture from the other side. However, the key is to make your concessions gradually and conditionally, ensuring that they are perceived as valuable and leading to a give-and-take dynamic. This approach encourages a cooperative mindset, moving away from adversarial bargaining towards collaborative problem-solving. The power of timing and presentation. Timing and presentation of concessions play a crucial role in their strategic impact. Early, unreciprocated concessions can be perceived as weaknesses. Late in the game, concessions might come too late to positively influence the negotiation outcome. Therefore, carefully choose the moment to offer a concession, often as a means to break a deadlock or to advance towards a final agreement. Additionally, how a concession is framed can significantly affect its reception. Presenting a concession as a response to the other party's needs or priorities, rather than a surrender of your own position, can enhance its value and foster goodwill. Creative concessions. Thinking beyond the obvious. Strategic concessions also involve creativity in identifying what can be offered beyond the obvious monetary or material concessions. Negotiators can explore other dimensions such as time. Can you concede on a deadline or offer greater flexibility in scheduling? Scope. Are there aspects of the deal that can be scaled up or down while still meeting your minimum acceptable outcome? Support. Can you offer additional services or expertise in exchange for concessions on another point? Terms. What about payment terms, guarantees, or other contractual details? Sometimes, what might be a minor concession for one party could hold significant value for the other, creating an opportunity for disproportionate return on the concession made. Expanding the pie. Seeking mutual gain. An integral part of strategic concessions is the concept of creating and expanding the pie rather than merely dividing it. This perspective encourages negotiators to look for ways to add value to the negotiation, identifying opportunities for mutual gain that may not have been initially obvious. By focusing on interests rather than positions, negotiators can uncover innovative solutions that address the needs of all parties, making concessions a tool for creating greater overall value rather than simply a bargaining chip. Transparency and communication. Building trust. Finally, transparency and communication about the intent and expectations surrounding concessions are crucial. This openness not only builds trust, but also clarifies the rationale behind concessions, making it easier for the other party to appreciate their significance and respond in kind. It sets a tone of collaboration and mutual respect, essential for fostering long-term relationships and positive negotiation outcomes. Real-world applications. The art of negotiation in business and beyond. Business negotiations. Building bridges and creating value. Negotiation emerges as a pivotal skill in the complex arena of business, a bridge between competing interests and visions guiding parties to mutually beneficial agreements. The essence of negotiating in business transcends the mere exchange of goods and services for monetary value. It encompasses the art of crafting lasting relationships, securing strategic advantages, and navigating the intricate dance of give and take. Here's some key points. Preparation is paramount. Knowing your goals, bottom line, and what you're willing to concede is crucial. Understand your counterpart. Delve into their business, market position, and motivations. Focus on mutual interests. Discover those interests and create solutions that benefit both sides. Persuade with benefits. Frame proposals in terms of the benefits they offer the other party. Strategic concessions. Use them to build goodwill, foster reciprocity, and move the negotiation forward. Diplomacy in a complex arena. Navigate internal stakeholder agendas alongside external negotiation. Closing the deal. Clearly summarize agreements and outline next steps for future cooperation. Negotiation in personal relationships. Connecting needs and boundaries. Negotiation also plays a crucial role in our personal relationships, allowing us to find solutions within our families, friendships, and romantic partnerships. In this realm, negotiation helps us address conflicting needs and desires while maintaining respect and understanding. Think about these examples. Household chores. Negotiate with your partner how to divide tasks fairly and play to each other's strengths. Family outings. Decide with your family where to go and how to create an enjoyable experience for everyone. Negotiating boundaries. Discuss with a friend or partner what makes you feel uncomfortable and set expectations for healthy communication. Romantic compromise. Discover ways to make both partners feel prioritized and loved. Negotiation in these personal settings demands empathy, active listening, and a focus on finding solutions that honor everyone's needs and desires. The art of negotiation in personal relationships. Building bridges and strengthening bonds. Beyond transactions. Negotiation as a tool for deeper connections. Effective negotiation skills are invaluable assets in fostering healthy and fulfilling relationships. Negotiation in personal settings goes beyond mere transactions. It's an opportunity to build deeper connections, resolve differences, and co-create shared experiences that enrich your life. The foundation. Empathy and active listening. The cornerstone of successful personal negotiations lies in empathy and active listening. Empathy. Putting yourself in the other person's shoes allows you to understand their perspective, emotions, and needs. Imagine your partner feels overwhelmed with household chores. By empathizing, you can have a more productive conversation about workload distribution. Active listening. This involves not just hearing words, but also paying attention to nonverbal cues like body language and tone of voice. When your friend expresses frustration with a plan, actively listening can help you understand their underlying concerns and find a solution that works for both of you. Clear communication. Setting the stage for understanding. Clear communication is essential to navigate personal negotiations effectively. Articulate your needs. Express your needs, boundaries, and expectations in a respectful and assertive manner. For instance, I value spending quality time together, so would you be open to planning weekly movie nights? Be receptive. Be open to feedback and acknowledge the other person's experiences. Validate their feelings by saying, "It sounds like you're feeling frustrated. Can you tell me more about what's bothering you?" Find common ground. Negotiation is about compromise. Seek solutions that address the needs and desires of both parties. Perhaps you can alternate weekly movie nights with activities your friend enjoys. Boundaries. Protecting your well-being. Setting and respecting boundaries is crucial in personal negotiations. Boundaries define acceptable behavior and ensure your needs and autonomy are respected. Negotiating boundaries. Discussing boundaries involves clear communication, compromise, and mutual respect. For example, you might negotiate with a roommate about acceptable noise levels during study hours. Finding balance. It's about striking a balance between assertiveness and flexibility. You can assert your need for quiet study time while remaining open to discussing a compromised time frame with your roommate. Conflict resolution. A path towards win-win solutions. Conflict is inevitable in close relationships. Negotiation offers a constructive framework for navigating disagreements and finding common ground. Curiosity and empathy. Approach conflict with curiosity rather than defensiveness. Try to understand the other person's perspective and feelings. Expressing your needs. Clearly communicate your feelings and needs. I feel stressed when there are loud noises while I'm studying. Exploring concerns. Explore the underlying concerns behind the conflict. Are you worried about missing out on social interactions during study hours? Win-win solutions. Seek solutions that address everyone's interests. Maybe you can designate specific quiet study times and also schedule social activities outside those times. Forgiveness and reconciliation. healing and moving forward. Forgiveness and reconciliation are essential components of healthy relationships. Forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning or forgetting past transgressions. It's about releasing the emotional burden and resentment associated with them. Imagine a friend forgets your birthday. Forgiving them allows you to move forward in the friendship without holding onto negativity. Reconciliation. This involves rebuilding trust, repairing damaged connections, and fostering empathy and understanding. It might involve talking openly about the hurt caused and finding ways to rebuild trust. Reconciliation with your friend might involve planning a belated birthday celebration and setting reminders for future celebrations. Navigating power dynamics. Equality and respect. Negotiation in personal relationships also involves navigating power dynamics and asserting your agency. Healthy power dynamics. In healthy relationships, power is shared, fluid, and based on mutual respect and consent. Imagine a partner who always picks the restaurants. Negotiate by suggesting restaurants you'd like to try and compromising on a selection that works for both of you. Empowerment and respect. Negotiation involves fostering a sense of empowerment and self-worth while respecting the autonomy and dignity of others. By advocating for your interests in choosing restaurants, you empower yourself while still respecting your partner's preferences. The journey continues. Cultivating fulfilling relationships. By honing skills like empathy, communication, boundary setting, conflict resolution, forgiveness, and empowerment through negotiation, you can navigate the complexities of personal relationships with grace, integrity, and compassion. Negotiation paves the way for growth, connection, and co-creation, enriching your life and deepening your bonds with others.